Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at something different than what I normally do on my channel, and that is Marvel Studios X-Men 97 Bishop. Now, I know you're probably thinking it's not G.I. Joe, it's not military, it's not Mythic Legions. You're absolutely correct. But you know what? I've walked by this figure so many times. And finally, I had a gift card for GameStop, and they had this there, and I was like, you know what? I just love the way that it looks. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's do a quick review on it, see how these figures are. I think they look like they're made really nicely. So this guy looks like he's on a pretty big buck, and we'll compare him to some of the other figures and see exactly how he stands out. Now, no one has seen X-Men 97 yet because it's not out yet. So here we are waiting. You know, we have all the original characters. We know things are going to be a little different. On the back here, you have the wonderful cross out. It does have a pretty thick card. Now, it obviously wouldn't do some damage. Frankly, I don't care because I'm opening up and I'm tossing this because it's just one less thing that I don't really need. So anyway, ooh, almost dropped it there. Anyway, we're going to take a look at this. So before we do, let's get right into this. But listen, if you like this type of content, if you like this, you like my channel, hell, if you're new to the channel, take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop some sort of action figure review. And let's take a look at this thing. Alright, so we got the figure out, and I can tell you this is not going to take nearly as long as a lot of my other videos because very light on accessories. So first thing we have is 2 extra trigger fingers for him. If you don't know, the way that it works is Marvel, Star Wars, stuff like that, they have to pay a license, so you get very few accessories. Here is his laser blaster. No ports for blast effects, which is disappointing, but a little bit of sticky tack and you can make some sort of weapons work. No paint apps on it. Again, looks nice. Would have been cool maybe had they painted this black, maybe the grip black, different things like that. It is straight, but I can tell you right now, it is extremely flimsy. So Joe, guys, it's not just us collecting that are getting crap things that we're bitching about it. It is all of Hasbro products, and this is the type of stuff that, I mean, I can deal with it if it goes back into where it's supposed to be, but we really don't need them to be rubberized. That's exactly what they are. All right, so let's take a look at this big boy Bishop, and I think he looks awesome. It looks like he's on a bigger buck, and as you can see behind me, I have a nice little short Wolverine, which he's supposed to be short. We got Rogue, we got Gambit, got a Mezco that we can kind of compare him to, the Roadblock, and then we have a classified Mutt right there. So let's take a look here, and let's get this in focus here. And quickly, that face I think looks awesome. He has the M scar, or his M tattoo for mutant. He looks angry. Now, we don't know if he has short hair. He's always had longer hair, or for the most part, he's either been bald, at least from what I remember, or long hair. I think this looks really good. It's got a pretty nice fade on it. But looking at the goatee here, I don't see any issues with the paint. It seems to be pretty much where it's supposed to be. The eyes look good. He has a very angry stare to him. When you do look at the top of his hair, it's kind of spiky. I think it looks nice. I know a lot of people don't like it. You got his signature yellow stripe that's going to run all the way down. And it's hard for them to mess that up, I guess, because it doesn't look like it's on anything. I guess this would just be stitched into his outfit. Just some regular boots, very plain, but a pretty big footprint, so you really shouldn't need any type of stand, which if you're new to the channel, understand I'm not a fan of stands. Then he has his bandana that's down around. Now I feel like it's either glued on or it's stuck on. It's something I'm pretty sure we could remove if we wanted to. And then they gave him this nice shoulder holster. The problem is it sticks out pretty big. Now, it is pretty flexible, so you can move it to the side, but if you wanted to sit him down in a chair or something, it's kind of going to be in the way. And you'd really have to work on getting this thing off. Alright, so looking at the articulation of this figure, head can turn back and forth and up and down. I guess he kind of moves a little bit. His T-pose is absolutely wonderful, no doubt about that. Can't complain there. Okay. So, his shoulders turn, and what I was worried that he didn't have bicep swivel, it's actually on top of the cuff, which is good. Now, it kind of comes off there. I was worried that it'd be down here, or he wouldn't have one, but with it being on top of the cuff, it doesn't change the look of the shirt. I think it's actually pretty good how it's done. Double pinless joints here, and he moves extremely smooth. Again, he feels a little soft, but not in a bad way. I'm not really going to complain. There's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now, he does not have drop-down hips. Have no issues with that. You got your thigh swivel, which obviously you're going to have a break there, but there's nothing you can do about that. Pinless double knees. Again, nice and smooth. You got your boot cut, ankle rocker, and all in all, feels pretty nice. Let's see what they did here. So this is the type of stuff that makes very little sense. Okay. You put the yellow in here, at least paint the sides. Now, I know they would eventually rub off, but now there is a break in that aesthetic. So if you're one of those people, you're a customizer, put a little bit of paint here and then connect it. So when you do bend the knee, if you're not going to use just regular static poses, well, you can make it look a little bit better. It does turn back and forth real smooth, and you have your ab crunch. Moving back and forth has been a huge issue with a lot of the Joes and stuff. I know they kind of seem to get stuck. So his gun is going to just pop right on there. So he doesn't have to be carrying it all the time. One hand here he has the fist, and here we have the open hand. But we're definitely not going to leave him. So, hand popped out extremely easy. No heat or anything. This piece does come off, so you're going to want to watch that. Now, understand, I do believe that one of the things that they will try and tout when they look at the accessories or different parts is they would consider this an accessory along with this one, right? And this would be considered an accessory even though it doesn't come off. That's kind of how they get you with so many things. It's disappointing. So, there's his gun. How well is it going to fit? His hand actually pries open pretty easily. Gonna make him look like he's shooting. So we can get him in a pretty decent pose right away. And again, he's a big boy. And I don't think you're going to have any problems standing, posing him. I do like the way the figure looks. That's the reason why every time I walk by him, I saw him at Target. But at GameStop, you know, he was free for the most part. Just because of having a gift card. So let's take a look at the size of him. And we'll start with Gambit. Oops. And as you can see, he's much taller than Gambit here. About a half head bigger than Gambit. Which I believe that means he's a full head bigger. Probably even more than a full head because Rogue has some very large hair. I don't know why I said hair like that. Then we have the runt of the litter with his very loose legs. And so you know, Wolverine's supposed to be like 5'3", 5'4", but very large, big skeleton. I love the fact that they still make him small there. We got our Mezco Rock and Roll. I'm sorry, our Mezco Roadblock. And he sits, wow, I mean, almost a full head bigger. And then if you want to put him with a Hasbro G.I. Joe, there is Mutt with these. Man, I'm talking like crazy right now. There's Mutt with his helmet on. And if we pop the helmet off, you can see he's got about a whole head on him. And that's fine, because he's supposed to be a big boy. And, you know, if I went and got the Roadblock or Gung Ho Classified, they'd actually probably be about the same size, considering those are some very large bucks. So anyway, there is your look at your X-Men 97 Bishop. I think this figure looks really nice. I'm definitely going to find somewhere to use him in my display. Kind of gives me a reason to pull out my my other X-Men that I kind of put away for a little bit. I just have a little display of them, the figures that I actually like, but G.I. Joe's really taken over everything for the most part. But there you go. Light on accessories, $25. There's only so much you can say about these, unfortunately, that they don't give you more accessories. I do wish they made it so this comes off pretty easy and this would come off. I just think that it gives you more playability. These are meant for kids, but at the same time, maybe they don't want kids losing stuff. I know I lost all kinds of G.I. Joe stuff as a kid, so I'm going to get out of here. Alright, so my final first thought on this figure is I like him. I think he looks good. He is a big buck. I'm not going to complain. Again, $25 for the amount of accessories that you get. It is disappointing, especially when you're a G.I. Joe guy and you get so much stuff. But that is because Hasbro owns the brand, so they're not paying a royalty. Again, I still think that there was more that you could give, especially considering this is a guy that can absorb energy and then reproject it. So anyway, same issue with the G.I. Joe weapons. Very soft, flimsy, but at least it stays straight, or at least it goes straight again. I think I might do a little bit of paint, even my limited ability that I can do, just to kind of fix that gun and just give it some, spruce it up a little bit. But anyway, there they are, X-Men 97. The only figure I'll probably pick up, but again, it's nice. Go for it if you enjoy this. Alright, so there it is. 97 Bishop. Again, cool looking figure. And I know a lot of you are saying, hey, it's not the content you normally give us. And a lot of you might be new and saying, hey, I've never seen this guy. Well, listen, I'm mostly a Joe guy, military guy. I do some Mythic Legions, do a lot of other things like that. I don't do a lot of Marvel Legends or Marvel in general, but hey, this is just a figure that called to me, and I figured, hey, you know what? If I picked it up, I might as well do a quick review on it and let you guys know what I think about it and if the quality is good. And I think it's the same quality as the G.I. Joes for the most part. Again, not super hard, not super soft. Weapons are, you know. But again, there you go. Pick them up. There it is. I'm going to get out of here. Listen, if you're on the social medias, if you like this type of content, take a second. Jump on over to Instagram, @punkwith_toys, to make sure you get that one, because the other one is no longer in use. It just wanders like a old ghost ship. Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a Punk with Toys. Now I'm going to get out of here. Take a second here. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. Now I'm going to get out of here, but what I am going to do is I'm going to leave my review to the HasLab Galactus right up here, and down here will be all the other Marvel Legend figures that I reviewed. Take care now.